Hello guys, and welcome to an episode of Skills and Abilities. Today we're going to be looking at the next one of the passives on the Demon Tree, and this one is called Blood Oath. Blood Oath is actually kind of insane, to be perfectly honest. It gives so much life and so much resistances. It's like a freaking souped up mega version of summon resistance on the Necromancer because it gives life, it gives resistances, and it also gives physical damage um, reduced for your demons. So, like, all three of the major defensives in this one ability. In fact, if what you're looking for is potentially just simply to have like a really strong goat man or something, or a really strong blind demon, and you don't really want to like invest in the offensive capability of your minion, it seems like Blood Oath really is the like go-to ability for that. Now, as you level it up, and you get it higher and higher and higher in level, and let's just go ahead and take off some of our gear real quick so we have lower skills. The HP bonus and the resistance bonus and the physical damage reduction and also the damage taken goes to your demon all go up tremendously so that you can get a much higher, more tanky and more defensive friggin' demon. And it really does give a lot to the demon. If we take a look at our goat man as at base with 20 points, he's currently at 2,392 life. We start putting points into Blood Oath, and he very quickly balloons to 4,647 life. And of course, we can get that way higher with plus to skills, with chacos, with all sorts of other pieces of equipment that are going to give us those beautiful, beautiful plus to skills. And by the time we're finished, we're going to have like a massive amount of bonus HP for our minion. Now, the life bonus, the resistance bonus, and the physical damage reduction bonus are pretty standard stuff. It's defensive, right? It's a very defensive ability in general. And I can get a good screenshot of it so I can use it for the thumbnail. And now the really cool thing about that is this 75% damage taken goes to your demon. So this means that if you have a demon active at all and you start getting beat up, the damage from your like self essentially goes to the demon instead. So I can sit here and I can get wailed on, and 75% of that damage that hits me is going to move to my demons. If I can even get hit. I only got 433 defense. I should be able to get hit. As you can see, I'm able to take some pretty significant hits with only like 600 HP, which isn't like, that's not a lot of HP at all. And basically a lot of that damage is just going over to my goat man instead. Now there does seem to be some limitations to this, I've noticed, is that it doesn't always and continually keep working repeatedly within a certain time frame. And what I mean by this is like, it does seem to get overwhelmed. Like if you get hit more than a certain number of times, like it can like overwhelm you or something, and it kind of like stops spreading the damage to the target. It doesn't really matter though. I mean, it's not like a perfect ability that perfectly transfers 75% of any damage you take to your demon every single time, but it does do it often enough that it makes you very tanky as a result. In fact, a lot of the times you will take a hit and the majority of that damage goes towards your little minions instead of you. Now, of course, you can have tons of different minions that you can potentially share this damage with, including, of course, the Defiler. Now, the Defiler is a very interesting option because the Defiler also allows you to share damage between bound targets. So, for instance, let me heal up first. I'm still not going to put any points in life. Man, they are just like slapping down some hoes, ain't they? See if we can find some monsters that will actually attack us. Of course, we got our like goat man over here just like pimping, just straight up taking care of business. I mean, as you can see, I do take damage when they hit me, but like it's just not a lot of damage. Like I go down by relatively small amounts when they hit me, and it's just very effective. So not only is Blood Oath like a crazy defensive passive for your demons, which like if you want your demons to survive, you can definitely stack into this, increasing their HP, resistances, and their physical damage reduction. But nutty enough is it's also a crazy defensive for you, which means that you can potentially utilize this even on a non-summon character. So you could potentially have a really tanky demon, like a bound demon, or maybe just like one goat man or something, and you can utilize that goat man to spread damage between the two of you, effectively increasing your overall hit point pool, which is pretty massive. I don't know about you guys, but I plan to have at least one minion, at least for tanking purposes, on my side. And so I'm definitely going to be interested in maybe putting a couple more points into Blood Oath for, well, defensive purposes. All in all, Blood Oath is definitely kind of insane. I don't know if you necessarily need to put a large number of points into it, but there definitely is a reason to want to put a large number of points into it. I mean, having extremely tanky, nigh unkillable minions is certainly one thing, but having an extremely tanky character too that has like massive amounts of damage taken goes to your demon is nutty. It's funny too because this isn't the first time that they've used this. The first time they used this term, damage taken goes to, was when they did mana. So like damage taken goes to mana, right? Well, as we all learned in the damage taken goes to mana, damage taken goes to mana was whenever you took damage, it would then heal your mana, right? Well, in this particular case, is whenever you take damage, it's going to send that damage to the minion instead, which seems rather clear. So any damage that you take is going to go to your demon. Kinda neat, to be perfectly honest. I'm not exactly sure how this thing works either because I've seen it go up higher than 100%. I've seen it go up to like 101% or something. I'm kind of curious, like, because thinking about it like that in the way with damage taken goes to mana has really made me kind of think about like the way that damage taken goes to mana was kind of like always misconstrued. I'm trying to watch their HP to see if their HP is falling. I mean, the Defiler is definitely losing HP for some reason. Hold on, I forgot I have my god tier materials on, preventing me from taking any damage. I mean, I feel like without that passive, I would have died by now, like many times over. And you know what? We can always test that. Like, let's test it real quick. So let's respec. Throw some more points into strength, so we got our equipment on. We'll grab the goat man, and let's just like go over here, see if we can find a couple more of these guys, like we were before. And let me put some points in too, because I did have points in last time. Yeah, I mean, look at how much faster I'm dying than without the Blood Oath. So I think it's very obvious that the Blood Oath is actually taking the damage that I would have taken and sending it to the minions instead, because I don't have the Blood Oath now. Just a very powerful passive. Extremely powerful. I think this could be useful on just about any character. Not just a summoner, but you could easily use this on an Eldritch or a Chaos character as well to have like a rather tanky demon, and also just to make your character tankier in general so you don't die. I have a feeling a lot of people on hardcore are going to be maxing out Blood Oath to survive at a much greater rate than normal. Because it sounds to me like as long as you have Blood Oath active and a minion active at any time, your survivability is going to increase dramatically. I think that's pretty much it for Blood Oath. As always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button if you are enjoying the content. And as always, keep watching.